What is going on, Bull Nation? This is LaserBull coming at you with another video. And you hear my voice, I am a little bit sick, but boy, do I have an epic video for you guys today. Are you guys sick and tired of your Destiny taking forever and ever to load? Like, I mean, you think you can have like a full entire conversation by the time you even get to the loading screen. And that's been one of the biggest pet peeves when it comes to Destiny. It's like the loading time is so long for every single thing that you need to do. You need to go to a different location. You need to change characters. The loading time is just annoying. What if I told you you could cut that time in almost a half or even more depending on what console you have? Yes, guys, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make sure your Destiny loads super duper fast, the fastest you will ever load in no time, and I'll have side-by-side comparisons. Now, I tested this with the Xbox. Now, you could do this also with the PlayStation 4 if you use the method I'm about to show you guys. But right now, these are just the tests that we're doing with the Xbox One. So let me tell you guys exactly what type of tests we're doing so you guys can get a rough idea of what's going on. I checked the loading time of a regular Xbox Day 1 purchase, the first Xbox that got released. We tested up the loading time. Let's see how long it takes for it to load from, you know, all the different loading spots. So from when you start the game, when you go to your character, when you go to orbit and you go to a different location. We tested all that. We went ahead and tested the loading time that it takes a Xbox One X, the newest Xbox, to do these same sorts of options, from going from when you start up the game to, you know, your character screen, from orbit to tower. We did that. Now, after we did the modification to the Xbox, the regular one, the Day 1 Xbox, you are going to see the difference that we have in times, and then you're going to be like, dang, Laser, I really need to get this. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk about these loading times. So I'm pretty sure by now you guys are like, there's 3 screens on the screen. What the heck am I looking at? So I'm pretty sure you already noticed that there's one that already completed and there's still 2 that are still running. And I wanted to give you guys this overview just so you guys can get a glimpse of what the big difference is. So if you notice the top left right now, that one's still loading up. We got the one in the top right hand corner. That one's almost completed. It already made its way into orbit. And of course, the one in the bottom left, that one's been on orbit long time ago. So you're probably wondering which one is which. What are we watching? If you could please let us know so we can kind of figure out exactly how long these loading times are actually taking. So the one on the top left hand corner, that is going to be your regular Xbox, the first Xbox you bought. The one you bought on Day 1, that is your standard Xbox. The top one on the top right hand side, that is going to be your Xbox One X. So this is, if you bought the new Xbox One X, this is the Xbox One X. And what exactly is happening in the one on the bottom? Because what the heck is the one in the bottom? Because the one on the bottom, that's the one I want. How do I get that, Laser? How do I get that? So right there, you're looking at a regular Xbox with the modification we did to it. And you're probably wondering, Laser, tell us what this modification is, please. I am going to tell you guys, but I want to make sure you guys just get an idea and glimpse of what a big difference in the loading time is. So the first load that we did, which is the first part that you saw in the video, that was from dashboard all the way into the orbit. This one that you're watching right now, this is going to be from your regular orbit all the way into the tower. Now, one thing I do want to let you guys keep in mind is when you guys do this modification, it's not only going to help out the loading times as how far you're loading into things, it's just going to help even the rendering of when you're playing the game. So, for example, you know, during the raid, when you're in the second boss fight and you're trying to jump on those platforms and you get that, like, you see everybody twitching and lagging all over the place. I don't know if it happens on PC, but I do know it happens in console. Let me know if you guys are PC players. Do you guys also get the lag spikes on that encounter in the PC? Let me know. I would like to know. When that happens, this is also going to allow you to reduce that sort of kind of lag spike without having any sort of difference or variance with it being so choppy when you're doing that encounter. All right, so we do plan on doing one more test of this one, and the test on this one is actually going to be fairly interesting because that is going to be what it takes you from getting to the tower, getting to a different loading zone. But this one in particular is how long it actually takes you to fly in orbit. So if you notice right now, we are still flying on orbit on our regular One X. The first one I keep saying Xbox One X, on the regular Xbox, just the one that you were able to purchase. And this is what sometimes when you guys are playing the game and you're maybe doing a strike or you're doing a nightfall, or you're playing the raid, you get to these points where the person is still loading and hasn't loaded in, or there's someone just static, just like not even moving, and you already made it to the boss fight, and you're like, why isn't it starting? Where are the enemies at? That's because the person who is with your fire team, or the person that's joining your team, has not officially loaded. His Xbox is still flying him for more of it, or taking him some other places. Now, this one, like I said, this third one that I'm showing you guys, this is going to be going from the tower all the way to EDZ. Now, so the biggest issue and concern we have is, how can we speed this up? How can we make a regular Xbox become better than the Xbox One X? Because, I mean, that's a big difference, guys. Like, if you notice the loading times, it's a huge difference. So from a kind of like giving you comparisons, like your regular Xbox, if you compare that to the Xbox One X, you're going to notice like there's a big, like a gap of about, I would say, 30 to 40% of reduced loading time for the Xbox One X compared to the regular Xbox. If you do this method that I'm about to show you guys, you're going to notice at least half of the loading time from your regular Xbox X, no, from your regular Xbox to, with this modification, is going to be cut into half. And from an Xbox One X, you're going to notice between a 30 to 40% increase of speed of loading time with this modification compared to an Xbox One X. Not only is this good, because if you own an Xbox One, or if you own the first one that came out, and you don't want to upgrade to an Xbox One X, well, and you don't really care about the 4K, if you do this method is not only going to save you money, and you don't have to upgrade, because your Xbox is going to run. It's going to run a lot better than an Xbox One X, put it this way. So without you spending those $500 to $400. And on top of that, if you have an Xbox One X and you put this modification, of course it's going to make it go a little bit faster than it would on a regular Xbox Day 1. So you're probably wondering, Laser, can this be done on the PlayStation 4? Yes, it can. I am working on a video where it's going to be comparing the PlayStation 4 with the method and without the method, and also giving you guys a comparison of different games. That's going to be another video that's going to be coming out on how to speed up your consoles. So it's going to be a very productive video. So now you're probably wondering, Laser, okay, I am convinced the bottom one to the left is the loading time that I want to have for my game. How exactly do I do that? Well, it's going to require you to get an item called a SSD card. Now, if for some reason you don't know what an SSD is, it's pretty much like a hard drive. It's just a lot faster. So I'm pretty sure the majority of us currently right now own a regular hard drive or a USB 3.0 that we plug into our consoles to make sure that we have a lot of more kind of data usage, because our consoles are very limited. So we just want to make sure we have more data for more games. Now, the SSD is a little bit more faster, but it's a bit more expensive than the regular USB, depending on the gigabytes that you have. My recommendation is, what I currently have is, I have a 500 SSD. I know you're probably saying, like, Laser, that's very little. That's going to be like 2 to 3 games. You really want to have the games that take forever to load on the SSD, or if you have the money to buy a more like a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte SSD, then I would highly recommend it. If you're talking about prices, to get a 500 SSD, you could get one right now for like $87 on Amazon. I can leave a link in the description. If you guys let me know in the comment section down below, Laser, can you please let us know what SSD it is? I'll be more than happy to pop that in the description. And aside from that, you're going to need either a case or an adapter that allows you to convert that SSD into a USB port, into a USB device, like the one I'm showing you right here on this picture. That is all you're going to need to do this modification. And from there, all you got to do is delete the game from whatever hard drive you have it or your console and install it in the SSD, and you will get top-notch fast loading time on your Destiny game. Not only that, guys, but you will also get fast loading time on any other game that you play. It's not just Destiny. This is going to work primarily with any other game. The nice ability of this addition, though, is that not only does your loading time get better, like I said, but your gameplay gets a lot better, because things are being projected to you a lot quicker. You're actually getting faster response time. You're not going to get this thing where you're shooting an ad and you hit him and you're like, well, how come he didn't die, and then he dies 10 seconds later. You're going to avoid that. Now, granted, some of the discrepancy of lag, sometimes it could be based on lags, but I'm pretty sure for the majority of you guys, you probably won't be suffering too much of lag. It's just the majority time. It's just that your Xbox is a little bit too old, and the game is just loading too, like the stuff is happening too fast, that the game and the console is not loading the content as quickly as it possibly could. But here you guys have it. This is the fastest way to actually speed up the loading time in Destiny, and it's the best way to play. Highly recommend it. If you have an old Xbox, definitely use this upgrade. It's only going to be like $100 upgrade, and you guys should be good to go. If for some reason you can't do the upgrade right now, I would probably wait for sometime like around Black Friday, where maybe you could probably get a good SSD for like around 70 to 50 bucks, and then just get the USB adapter. You're gonna get like this nice boost of upgrade for like with like $70 to $80, which is definitely one that I could highly recommend. You guys definitely try this out. Let me know in the comment section below if you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, do me the huge favor, guys. Drop a comment in the comment section down below. Drop a like and share this video with your friends, because it does help me out a lot. And don't forget that, guys, for all things Destiny, make sure you guys keep it locked on this channel, and I will catch you guys on the next video.